Hey everyone, and welcome back. So, in today's explainer, we are looking at this absolutely massive transformation happening right now in the beauty and personal care world. If you've been paying attention, the Korean beauty hair care industry has completely, and I mean completely, reshaped how consumers think about hair health. We're talking about a major shift away from just chasing that temporary surface level shine and moving towards genuine, fundamental scalp health. And leading this charge is a brand that is honestly changing the whole game, Dr. Groot. In this explainer, we're going to look really closely at their unique philosophy, the massive institutional science backing them, and the hard, undeniable clinical data that really sets them apart in a super crowded market.
Okay, let's dive into this. I want you to ask yourself a question right now. What if everything you know about hair care is totally upside down? Just think about your own daily routine for a second. So many brands out there promise thicker, stronger, and healthier hair, right? But if you look closely at their actual formulas and their marketing, most of them are exclusively addressing the strands of the hair. They are entirely, completely ignoring the actual real source of the damage and your overall hair health. You can really see the fundamental disconnect here. The old way is all about strand treatment. It's essentially putting a Band-Aid on a problem, aiming for a temporary surface level shine, basically coating the hair to make it look healthy for maybe a few hours. Dr. Groot's new way, on the other hand, is all about scalp treatment. They recognize that if you have a damaged, unbalanced scalp, there's just no way you're ever going to have truly healthy hair. They get right to the root of the problem, literally, focusing on healing the foundation where the hair actually grows.
Which brings us to Section 1, the paradigm shift, treating the scalp like skin. So Dr. Groot completely positions hair care as an extension of your skincare routine, and they break this philosophy down into 3 surprisingly familiar steps. Step 1, exfoliate deeply. Step 2, cleanse thoroughly. Step 3, moisturize the scalp. Now ask yourself, how much time do you spend exfoliating and moisturizing your face? Maybe you've got a 20-minute 10-step nightly routine, probably a decent amount of time, right? Now how much time do you spend treating your scalp? If you're like most of us, it's 0. Dr. Groot is trying to change that by making scalp rebalancing a daily, non-negotiable habit. To actually achieve this whole skincare for hair philosophy, they are using serious skincare-grade ingredients. We're talking formulas packed with and probiotics, and they even utilize BHA, that gentle acid you'd traditionally use to clear out facial pores, to deeply exfoliate the scalp. These ingredients aren't just in there for show. They are specifically chosen to rebalance your scalp's incredibly delicate microbiome. This is absolutely crucial for combating issues like seasonal dryness and that super frustrating itchiness so many people get when the weather transitions. It's all about total follicle vitality. And because they treat the scalp exactly like skin, they obviously know that everyone's scalp type is different. So they offer uniquely customized solutions. Got thin hair? They have a thickening shampoo loaded with biotin and encapsulated prebiotics. Dealing with a dry scalp, their soothing shampoo uses cica extract, which is a really famous calming botanical in skincare. For oily scalps, there's a clay-based purifying shampoo. And for scalps that desperately need hydration, they offer a scalp relief tonic featuring chamomile, niacinamide, and menthol. It is a highly, highly targeted approach. But look, philosophy needs proof. So let's move to Section 2, the institutional muscle, unmatched scientific backing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that number right there, 558. It is staggering. That is the number of patented technologies behind Dr. Groot. You see, they have the incredible scale of LGH&H's research infrastructure powering them. Having over 558 patents is a level of institutional backing that is exceptionally, almost unbelievably rare for a consumer hair care brand. It means they aren't just mixing ingredients in a vat, they are engineering proprietary, scientifically novel solutions from the ground up. And on top of that, it's backed up by more than 130 scientific and clinical studies. Every single claim they make is backed by real experimental data. They aren't relying on marketing fluff here. They let the rigorous clinical data speak for itself, which gives them a level of credibility that most of their competitors simply cannot match. So what does all this science actually mean for you? Let's look at Section 3, lightning-fast clinical results. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what we're talking about. Look at the drop-off here. Going from the baseline breakage down to week 2, that is an enormous 82.2% reduction in hair loss due to breakage, not in months, actually in just 2 weeks of regular use with their hair thickening shampoo. This is precisely where their deep science proves its worth directly to the consumer. And these kinds of results extend across the entire line. Take their Miracle in Shower treatment, for example. It is clinically shown to boost moisture by a staggering 169%. Furthermore, it actively removes pore clogging buildup on the scalp. Remember earlier when we talked about treating the scalp like skin? Well, this is the equivalent of a deep, clarifying facial, but for your head, directly improving the health of those hair follicles.
All of this hard clinical data has caught the attention of the beauty industry's toughest critics, earning Harper's Bazaar's 2024 Best Scalp Conditioner Award for that very same miracle in shower treatment. When you combine cold hard lab data with major media prestige like this, plus features in women's health, Oprah Daily, and InStyle, it totally validates the effectiveness of the entire brand. And it's not just magazine editors taking notice, it's the professionals who need their clients' hair to look flawless on the red carpet. Hollywood hairstylist Mark Townsend swears by Dr. Groot's volumizing scalp revitalizing solution line. To give you some context on who we're talking about, his client roster includes massive celebrities like Dakota Johnson, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen, Aubrey Plaza, and Riley Keough. This perfectly bridges the gap between clinical lab science and high-end Hollywood glamour. Now, you might be thinking there are obviously other brands out there. Which brings us to Section 4, the ultimate comparison. How competitors stack up. Let's move to and see how this builds when we actually compare visible results time. Dr. Groot delivers that 82.2% reduction in breakage in just 2 weeks. Compare that to the rest of the pack. Dr. For Hair shows 45.4% scalp resilience in 2 weeks. Purador requires a full 8 weeks of use. Labo H takes 6 weeks to show a 67.6% reduction, and Rio takes a full month. Dr. Groot's 2-week superiority absolutely crushes the 4 to 8 week timelines we're seeing from these other major brands. And when we zoom out and look at their core identities, the difference in philosophy becomes crystal clear. While other brands definitely have strong, distinct identities, like Dr. For Hair leans on its scalp care centers, Purador focuses on rare organic botanicals, Labo H is built around vegan formulas, and Rio leans into its ginseng heritage, Dr. Groot is truly unique. Rather than relying on a single hero ingredient or just a specific vibe or aesthetic, Dr. Groot combines the massive scale of LGHNN's research infrastructure with a foundational scalp-first approach. So the crucial point is this. When you look at the entire landscape of hair care today, Dr. Groot emerges as the clear, undeniable winner if you are looking for fast, proven results. None of the other brands combine 558 patented technologies and over 130 clinical studies to create such specific, rapid clinical outcomes. They have quite literally made the science of the scalp their ultimate advantage. I want to leave you all with a final thought to ponder today. Are you ready to stop just trying to fix your hair on the surface and start actually healing your scalp straight from the root? It might just be the paradigm shift your routine desperately needs. If you're curious to see these clinical results for yourself, you can go find Dr. Groot's shampoos, conditioners, and serums on their website, on Amazon, or right through LG Beauty. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions, and hey, here's to a much healthier scalp.